Hey everyone! Welcome to today's video. I'll be setting up another pen pal for my sister. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and let me go ahead and show you what my sister sent me. First off is this envelope that contains her ATC or artist trading card. She painted some lovely lemons on a branch with some watercolors. Next is the letter that she wrote me. And the last couple of items in the envelope are these exciting and adorable stickers that she made. She recently got into sticker making and sent me a wonderful selection of her designs. She included 2 sheets of my 2 cats, Homer and Dion, along with some of their toys. I love these so much and she did such an incredible job capturing their goofy personalities. She also included some sheets of some expressions, a silly quote that we came up with, some adorable candles and nail polish, botanicals, and watercolor swatches. I'm so excited to use these stickers, and I can't wait to see more of her designs. The last thing in her package are some goodies that she got from jetpens.com. The first items are these limited edition Uniball One gel pens from their Night Cafe collection. These are the 0.38mm sizes, which are my preference, and I'm so excited to try these. I've had my eye on these for a while now, but they were out of stock, so I'm thankful that she was able to snag these for me. And last but not least are these 2 washi tapes from the brand Mindwave. They are die-cut washi tapes, and the first roll has these orange flowers, and the second roll has lemons on it, which complement her ATC. Thank you so much to my sister for all these exciting gifts. Now let's go ahead and assemble her pen pal. I'm first starting off with painting my ATC. I'll be using a sheet of my Legion Stonehenge watercolor paper and my St. Petersburg White Nights watercolor palette. I'll also be using my Pentel Aquash water brushes. For my ATC, I decided to do a simple rose with leaves. I went in and sketched it out with pencil off camera, and now I'm going in with a pinky red shade for the petals. I've sped up this footage to 2 times the speed so you can see the process a little quicker. I'm just adding the first layer and making sure to leave a couple areas blank. This will add some highlights to the piece. While the first layer is still slightly wet, I'm adding a second layer of that rose shade to deepen the opacity and add depth to the petals. I wiped my brush off of any remaining color and went back into that layer I just applied to softly blend out the edges. While that dries, I'm going to move on to the leaves. For these, I tried to apply as little of pressure as possible to the brush to create that very thin and clean line for the stems. For each stem of leaves, I applied either a little more brown or yellow to the green to give it a little bit of color variation between the leaves. That way, the leaves won't look so flat and will give them a little more dimension. Once that first layer dried, I went in with a second layer only to 1/2 of each leaf to give the illusion of a shadow. After that, I went in with one final layer on the rose to accentuate the shadows. And here's the completed ATC. I'm including this little sticker book that I got from journalsay.com. I'm also including a pad of Kraft sticky notes that I got from Amazon. And I went through my stash of scrapbook paper and picked out an assortment of cute, vintage, rustic, and botanical sheets to send to her as well. I tied a piece of twine around the sheets to keep them organized. Next, I'm going to send her a swatch card of washi tapes from my collection. I'm including the 2 washi tapes that she sent me so that she can sample them herself as well. Here's what they look like outside of the packaging. I'm swatching the tapes on this card I made out of scrapbook paper. I cut 2 pieces out that are the same size. Then I glued them back to back so the design would be on both sides, and it'll create a thicker, more durable card. I wrapped each roll of tape around the card several times so there would be a good amount of each tape to sample. I also included this gradient grid washi tape that I also got from jetpens.com a few years ago. I love how this one has an earthy gradient to it, which makes it very unique. I then added a more subtle grid washi with light brown lines that I got off Amazon to complement the rustic theme. I included a cute daisy design with a light green background to incorporate some spring colors. I added the matching roll with additional flowers and a white background. These 2 rolls came in a set that I believe I got at Hobby Lobby. Lastly, I'm adding this dictionary washi tape to the card. This and the sheet music roll that was next to it are 2 of my absolute favorite rolls of washi tape. They were one of the first ones I've ever bought, and I still have a lot left of both even though I use them all the time. I just love the vintage look to them. These came in a set that I purchased from Michaels. Now that I'm done swatching washi tapes, I'm just taking my blank Kraft washi roll from journalstay.com to create a label at the top of the card. This has a paper backing that you can peel off to adhere the Kraft washi to another surface. I'm just tearing the tape to fit on the card. I'm keeping the jagged edges to give it that imperfect rustic appearance. Now that it fits, I'm just peeling off the backing and sticking it down to the card. I'm taking my tiny Zig Kokoro brush pen and hand lettering a heading for the swatch card. Now I'll be making a playlist, so I'm taking this beautiful sheet of scrap paper along with some dotted Kraft washi tape. Using my paper cutter, I'm cutting the tape to the size that I want. I'm taking my Sunstar corner cutter, which allows you to round off your paper corners to 3 different sizes. I'm rounding off the corners using the large size and sticking it onto the sheet of paper, which will create an interesting border. Using my paper cutter once more, I'm just cutting off the excess. I round off the edges of the border as well. I decided to cut a few pieces off the remaining sheet to include in the pack I'll be sending her. Moving on to the playlist, I'm taking a couple of green Sakura Gell Roll Moonlight gel pens to write the title of the playlist. I decided to name it Spring Mix 2024. I thickened the downstrokes of each letter and number to give it that hand-lettered look. I went ahead and used the Uniball One Night Cafe collection that my sister sent me to write out all of the track names. I included some of my recent favorite songs, like Spring Theme by Ween, Promises, Promises by Naked Eyes, Wanderlust by James Bay, You're Gonna Go Far by Noah Kahan, and Going Down by Morgan Wallen. I also included some of my older favorites, like Touch by Benjamin Love, Sultans of Swing by Dire Straits, Things Are Changin' by Gary Clark Jr., Rosie by John Mayer, Familiar Faces by Incubus, and Scarecrow in the Garden by Chris Stapleton. I absolutely love making playlists, so I had so much fun coming up with this. Music and art have always been two of the most important things in my life. I find that when the seasons change, the music I listen to also reflects that, so I often make new playlists each year. When spring finally comes along, when the days get longer and the snow finally melts, I get a burst of energy and I feel so rejuvenated, which makes me crave lighter and upbeat music. It inspires me to make a new playlist, which is always so exciting, and makes me want to share it with others. What are some of your current favorite songs? Or, if you're a seasons person like me, what songs remind you of spring? I'd love to check them out. My first impressions of these Uniball One Night Cafe pens are that they write very smoothly like my other ones. The colors are very lovely, though it is a little difficult to see a few of them on this craft paper. I'm looking forward to using them some more. So this was about the part where I realized I was running out of room for the last few songs. I wanted to have a total of 24 songs for 2024, but I ran into the tough decision to either leave the last few out or to start this all over. The perfectionist in me had me start all over, so here is the remake with all 24 songs. I'll use the first one as a bookmark or something, so it definitely won't go to waste. Now that that's all done, all that's left to do is write her letter. I'm using this lettering set from journalstay.com, which includes the lined paper and matching envelope. I'm taking my alphabet stamps and black ink pad to address my letter. I added the date to the top right of the page and began writing my letter using the pistachio cream shade. Homer decided to come keep me company, which is much appreciated. Now that the letter's been written, I'm just folding it up and placing it in the envelope with the ATC. To seal the envelope, I'm using one of these watercolor dot washi stickers. I'm just going to decorate the back of the envelope starting with the 2 washi tapes that she sent me. I'm also adding more of these dot stickers scattered around the envelope. Taking my Crayola Colors of the World marker in medium deep almond, I'm adding some hand lettering to the center. Lastly, I included a few of her stickers as well. Now to assemble her package. I'm reusing the bubble wrap pouch that held the washi tapes and pens and adding the washi swatch card, Kraft notepad, and sticker book inside. Next is the playlist, pack of paper, and lastly, my letter. Thank you all so much for watching. It really means a lot to me. Let me know what your favorite part of this video was, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.